Hello everybody, this is On The Real with Dr. D, and today I'm going to talk about therapy, family therapy, marriage and family therapy. The reason why I'm going to talk about it is because sometimes you need to go to a therapist, guys. Sometimes you need to go and talk to someone who's not your grandmother, not your mother, not your next door neighbor, your preacher. Uh, you need to go and talk to somebody who's trained at listening, who's trained at paying attention to the entire context of a problem, not just one side of it, who's trained to be empathic and without trying to make you feel better about something that you clearly feel bad about. Someone who is a trained relationship person. Everything I just listed are the reasons why you should see a therapist sometime. Now, sometimes you can work this out by yourself, and there are studies that show that sometimes people just get better without going to see a therapist. Things will just work out. You change something, something changes, life changes. But then sometimes there are things that are going on with us that require a little bit more attention, and that's when you go and seek help. Now, let me just say that not every kind of therapist works the same, so it's important that you figure out which therapist is going to work for you. Now, sometimes, unfortunately, you have to pay a few people before you get to me, but it's good research. It's research well worth the time and the money, because when you finally get to me, then you get to the person who will do you the most good. And yes, I'm thinking I'm that person. So you didn't mistakenly hear me say that. Yes, I said it before you get to me. I just think I'm super therapist. I do. I think I'm just, I'm thinking what everybody needs. So this is let me just list a few things that would signal to you that you need to see a therapist. One is, of course, you tried everything else and nothing is working. Two is, when you talk to other people, you don't get the sense that they really get you. Three is, the person you have seen, whether it's a professional or not, talks way too much. And four is, that same person talks too much about him or herself. Quite honestly, your therapist should not be talking about themselves at all. At all. So, let's see. And somebody you can afford. I don't take insurance. I'll just say that very proudly. I don't take insurance. It's not worth it to me to take insurance. It's not worth the paperwork, or it's just not worth it. And so, if you have to have a therapist that needs insurance, there are lots of people out there that do, and hopefully you find someone who is as good as I am, who takes insurance, and hopefully it works for you. That's really, really important, because when it comes at the end of the day, you want to be in relationship with a therapist who is working for you, not working harder than you, but working for you. So just consider all of that as you try to work through your own problems and you find yourself continually getting stuck and talking to people who tell you what you want to hear, and not asking questions that will help you figure things out for yourself. Because quite honestly, that's what a therapist should do, is help you figure things out for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with the decisions that you make, not me. All right? So, until next time, this has been Dr. D and On The Real. Goodbye.